Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to That One Awkward Guy. Today we're going to be continuing our series on Hearts of Iron 4 as the United Kingdom with the Novum Vexillum mod. In the last episode, we began the process of bringing back the monarchy and preparing to do the opposite of the Man the Guns expansion, which is decolonize. And I guess now we're, I think we got a puppet goal on India, and I think South Africa, and I think there was, there was a three... No, Ireland was a different path. Was the other one? Yes, it was Gambia, State of Benin, and Sierra Leone. So we get a few war goals out of that, and as well as the monarchy path. So that's what we started, and we're getting pretty close. We're at 39% now, so we're almost there with reinstating the monarchy, which is a little bit upsetting because we are going to lose that EU buff, but that's okay because we do get some buffs from the EU. Our guys are a little bit cheaper, though they do take political power, so I'm wondering, does it really work out to be cheaper for getting them? And we also do get, production efficiency, factory output, that kind of stuff, but whatever, it'll be what it'll be. Now we're still hoping that NATO is going to fall apart, because that would make my life a lot easier. We don't know if it will. Because we have no idea. The US has been going all naval tree thus far. They've been doing naval exclusively. It's so bizarre. They won't do anything else, so I don't know what they're doing there. I'm waiting. I'm thinking maybe if I leave NATO and I leave the EU, that might trigger some change in how they're selecting their focuses and might cause maybe other countries to leave. I don't know. We will see. I'm also hoping the music isn't too loud. Recently, I was testing out multiplayer with a friend, because I haven't been able to get multiplayer to work in like a year and a half. And I deleted everything. I went and I manually uninstalled the game. Not like click uninstall on Steam. I mean, I tracked down every last game file with the exception of my save game, and I deleted it. And then I put the save game back in once I reinstalled and validated files and all that. Or what's the... acquire non-found files, I don't know on Steam, I can't remember what it's called. So I did have to redo my settings, and I'll have to listen after this episode if my audio settings still sound okay with the music and everything. So if it is a little rough, do excuse that for now. So we aren't going to go get these war goals right now. I don't want to, upset anyone. I want to keep nice and friendly, and we're going to go with Vitalized Westminster and start doing some of this industry stuff, because our industry isn't great. It needs some work. Like 9 military factories, that ain't gonna do. We're gonna need a little bit more than that. We're not even building planes right now. Like, what is this? How are we gonna refit all of our divisions, which are still a mess, by the way? What I said, I was switching around to the artillery, right? Was it artillery? What even is this? Like, oh, there it is. I'm about to get kicked out. Yeah. Oh, we got a new flag. I dig it. So what is that? Okay, let's see. So the bottom left is Ireland. I guess that would represent Northern Ireland. The top left and bottom right seem to represent England, and is the top right Scotland? I can't quite see what it is, but that maybe is Scotland. Interesting. We do have enough political power for another advisor, and apparently we still have the buff for another second because we haven't been kicked out yet, so let's get something good. One issue I ran into in my test game is I got to a certain point in Monarchist, and I actually started to lose popularity because the effects were scaled back so much, and the only way that I found I could maintain, and it maintained between like 57 and 60%, was by getting the constitutionalist guy. I don't know where he is. Staunch constitutionalist, the ideology drift defense, but I don't think that is necessary yet. I think I'd rather get somebody that'll help us continue to build stuff up, because right now we're still okay. Captain of Industry might not be bad. Yeah, I think I might do the Captain of Industry. Get that civilian construction speed up. Alright, unpause. So, yeah. I think one thing that I could do that might actually really help is let's let's divide this. So let's take... Oh, this is new. I swear this is a new thing. I don't recognize that symbol. I'm playing with a version of the mod that I've separated, like I've moved a copy of the mod off so that way it doesn't update and break the save. So it couldn't have been that they updated anything, but I'm going to take all my special forces, I'm going to put them into an army. I'm going to take all my infantry, including those guys, because this is like most of my infantry. Oh, there we go, there's the EU, we're gone. Britain leaves the EU, probably kicked out of NATO. Not yet, not yet. Okay, okay. Probably won't be long, though. So we're going to take all of these guys. Actually, it would be quicker to actually move the tanks out, to be honest. And move the tanks to their own thing. Like that. Is there anybody else that should be? So these are infantry. And these have, like, no tanks or anything. Nothing worth converting over to a new division. Okay. So these guys are all going to be in a template. These guys we're going to keep. These guys are all going to be moved over to the armor template, and we are getting enough to start. I'm going to start with our infantry, do our tanks last, because the tanks we're probably not going to need for a while. Infantry regiments are useless. Cavalry regiments are useless. Home defense units are useless. Artillery regiments, not great, but it gives us more to start with. Infantry brigades are actually not the worst I've seen. Yeah, armored brigades actually has the right building blocks, and mechanized brigades actually are also not bad either. It's kind of weird that the armored brigade has motorized and the mechanized brigade has motorized, that these are literally the exact same template, except nope, they have the same support divisions. Support artillery, engineer, anti-air. Support artillery, engineer, anti-air. Those are literally identical. But I'm probably going to move everyone to the artillery regiment and just reform that and probably delete most of the rest. Because even the infantry brigade, I'd rather, you know, maybe I'll keep the infantry brigade. That'll be my new mechanized. Actually, but see, this is a better start for mechanized. I'm just going to, yeah, I'm going to delete this. I'll keep the mechanized, the armored, and the artillery. And the special forces, everything else is gone. Let's unpause. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So let's move all of you guys to artillery regiments. Let's move all of you guys to, where is it? Be down here. Armored brigades. And you guys just stay where you are right now. And there we go, we're at a NATO. Because they are a little interesting, because there's differences between our regiments and our brigades. The regiments are small, the brigades are actually half decent. So it's a little complicated, to be honest. I'll keep the marine template I like. But yeah, that's gonna be a bit different. Marine brigade. We'll deal with those later. But yeah, so that's actually gonna cause us to need to send out a good amount of manpower, because I think those divisions are 3 units, bigger combat width, and more guys than the 1 infantry thing. So we're going to be sending out a lot of stuff. A lot of artillery needs to be made now. Any new military factories we get are probably going to go towards that. There's delay. Keep moving down this tree. And we will, even as of right, let's clear this up. Let's clear this up. So he said we're getting rid of that, we're getting rid of that. See, this is already a lot more manageable. And another thing, I think it was in this series that I was talking about it. I never realized that this button exists, and I guess I owe somewhat of apology at Hearts of Iron 4, but still not really. I didn't realize that you could decommission old ships, but I still hold my point that the UI is not designed for the amount of templates. They want you to have, like, several unique destroyer templates. This is your screening one, this is your detection one, you have an anti-air. Like, they're still gonna, if you do naval combat properly, gonna be like a long list of naval templates. So you can decommission them with this button. So I somewhat apologize, because I can delete them, but I also don't apologize at the same time. I don't remember if I said that in this series or another one, but I figure I'll bring that up. Alright, light mechanized. Vitalized Westminster. Okay, I think that's China's faction. I know they make that. I think that's what theirs is, yeah? Yes, it is. Alright, let me go over here to grab my water. Oh, I left it over there. There we go. Excuse my squeaky chair. Alright. What's this? We can get another guy. Should we move? I'm not going to move to limited conscription yet because it does kill our factory output by 5%, and I don't want to do that. What do we want to do? Okay. Okay, that's not bad. An extra 5% in stability and some political power gain, not bad. Do everything we can for more stability, basically. Get our stability as high as we can. Let's see, can I get any infantry stuff? Almost I can get some infantry stuff, but we'll just do some naval doctrines for now. What am I producing that has no template? Mechanized and light mechanized. Awesome. Throw them onto artillery. 2 on artillery. So that should speed up the deficit that we have there. Now let's look at this. Let's actually look at this here. So we are going to. Oh, I have to replace. I can't. I thought it was free. I guess it's because it's in it technically in a different category, isn't it? Or, no, it's not. Normally, when you're replacing, it's supposed to be free, but or at least I thought it was. So we're gonna do something like that, and then that'll cut our artillery needs. But I'm still gonna build more because there is still gonna be a high artillery need once we're done. So we'll do that. Is the paratrooper brigade worth keeping as opposed to the airborne regiment? Kind of, yeah. Let's get the paratrooper brigades. Air assault brigade. Okay. Wait, what's the air assault brigade? The air assault brigade. Okay. So let's get rid of the paratrooper brigade and we'll keep the air assault brigade. What did I just? Oh, I just deleted my mechanized template. I'm dumb. I clicked the wrong thing. That's okay. By the time we need a mechanized template, we'll have all the army experience we need. I can guarantee you that. You tend to build it very quickly once you get into wars. So get rid of the paratrooper brigade, not the mechanized brigade, and we will switch. You are an airborne regiment, so I'd like to switch you to an air assault brigade. Somebody just left. Kingdom of Ireland. There we go. Ireland, you have a new flag. My guy! Oh, I just clapped right in front of the camera. That was probably really loud. I'm sorry. I just got excited and I started clapping my hands. Okay. My guy, there we go. Ireland went monarchist. I have a friend, guys. I have a friend. Ireland, we're besties, honestly. Oh my goodness. I'm very excited right now. I have a good friend now. Ireland and I are besties forever. Alright, Marine Regiment to Marine Brigade. Can I switch my Marine Regiment to a Marine Brigade? Might push me over my Special Forces cap. I don't know. There's economic stimulus. Let's go to that Marine Brigade, and it doesn't. Awesome. Let's get English Industry. That gives me 4 civs. The most, then it's 3 for Scotland. I think 1 for Northern Ireland. Get rid of the Marine Regiment. So now we're down to actually 4, which is pretty much how I like it. Maybe 5 if I rebuild a mechanized. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Same ideology, monthly opinion. This actually would probably be more effective in growing the strength of the monarchy than the ideology drift. So, you know, we'll grab him. We'll grab him. That will help us grow a little bit more, probably. We'll see. I think that's what that does. I very rarely need to do that, but because I don't know. I don't know. Is this one of those? Yeah, ruling party popularity will affect our stability, and our stability affects everything. So the more popular we can get the monarchist party, the better. To the point where I might even do the ideology drift guy as well, to get it as popular as possible. Let's get an air doctrine here. Okay, so Ireland is monarchist. I'm very pleased to see that. Let's see, how's NATO looking? NATO's still looking more or less the same, but Sweden is gone. Was Sweden's in NATO? Yes, I think. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I think so. I don't know why I'm blanking. Are they in NATO? I'm gonna have to look that up after this episode. I don't know. I'm just happy. Ireland, can we make a faction, please? Because otherwise I might invade you a little bit. Maybe. Do you like me? Okay, so I don't dislike them, but they dislike me. Okay. They have higher stability than me. That's upsetting. Did I just see it go down? It went from 10 to 9. We're becoming besties already. Oh, I love it. Okay, so really nothing here that's worth getting yet, though. Let's pause it here. Though what I am going to do is I'm going to go to partial mobilization next. I'm going to wait to get another political advisor. Again, I'll pause on the events. If you would like to read them, read them. I've read this event several times, and there's going to be a whole bunch. I know this, after this, there's a lot of events that come up, so there's one. Pause, you can read it. And there's another. Pause, and you can read it. I think there's 2 more. There's another. Pause, and you can read it. And this should be the last one in a second. There it is. Yeah, there's these episodes. I never finish this series because the one thing about Millennium Dawn, there is a lot of events, especially from the 2000 start. So, pause and read it. Generally covering, you know, very important news events throughout its history. It's just, oh, there's another one. Read it if you'd like. Pause. But there's stuff that, you know, obviously most of us, I would assume, know and have heard about already, on top of playing the mod a million times, and we've read these events several times, so yeah, that's why I just pause and let people read them in case they haven't tried the mod before and they do want to read the events. But for most of us, we have seen them. So we are a little bit behind on rubber chromium. Still not worth actually paying civilian factories for, though. Empire, the Dutch. Ooh, what did you do, Netherlands? Did you choose something interesting? Oh, Empire. Ah, I thought Empire maybe like monarchy, emperor kind of thing. No, they went fascist. That's disappointing. Alright, so we're going to wait. You know, we might as well just grab early mobilization. It'll end up costing me 300 anyway. But this way I get an extra 5% of factories while I'm waiting for the next, 150. Couldn't remember the number for a second. And then our economy is really going to start kicking off at that point. Alright, and we can actually do a little bit more work on the infantry here. So this is gonna get we're about to get rid of basically all of our artillery. I'm going to add the artillery after, but right now it's still just infantry. We're getting low on manpower. That's okay though. I can push up to the next level if needed. I'm just waiting as long as I can. I guess I can also reattach all these guys together now. Under one big army. So our army is almost up to 200,000 now, which is very nice. Now, I'm waiting on the tank swoops because we're going to be doing a lot of naval invasions, and I think the infantry should be enough to deal, at least until we get to South Africa. South Africa might be a bit of a unique challenge because they do have a relatively sizable army, and that's why one thing I'm going to invest in, and I'm going to order, you know, just passively when we're not working on something else important, I'm going to get nuclear reactors because I don't know, I have a feeling, you know, I think South Africa, when I checked, had like 30 divisions. That's enough to guard like 3 ports, and it's going to be really hard for us to get planes down there, so we can't really strap bomb them. That's not going to be a really, you know, good option for us. So I think that we're going to end up really needing something else. Like, we can maybe get a few ship planes down there, enough for maybe air supremacy, because I don't think they have a particularly large air force. No, they don't. But not enough to weaken their ports and their defenses. Oh, Sweden's gone. That Sweden was already gone. But yeah, so I think nukes, we might end up needing those. We'll see. So let's see, Sweden, what did you do? Coup in the Vatican. What did the Vatican? Oh my god! Sweden's a monarchy too. A monarchy with 11% support. Alright, what did you do? What was their coup? Were they not this before? I'm confused. I don't know. Grab that. And grab... Wait, partial mobilization is the better one, right? This is 35, that's 30. Yep. So there we go, that got us a few extra factories. So basically, yeah, whenever we're not working on something super important, we'll just kind of be chipping away a little bit at a time on some nuclear reactors. So that should be good for us. What was Spain? Spain was doing something interesting, weren't they? Recruit more diplomats. Didn't they do something like they were going to go down communist or fascist? Yeah, they went down this one, and now they're going to go there. Pause, and you can read. They don't seem to have done it yet, though, so we'll see. NATO is still mostly intact. Nothing too big came when I left, but I don't know. US is the big one, because if the US leaves now, NATO's going to collapse. 100%. And then we'll probably, I don't know if it'll splinter into a second EU faction, or if we'll see smaller factions. I'm not really sure what to expect in that regard. But we will see. We're at 60%, and we're still going. Next guy we'll get is that drift defense. And hopefully if we can keep it in above 60, I'd be really pleased with that. Because the more popular they are, the more stability I get, so. How's our fleet looking, by the way? Okay, we got an extra 4 destroyers. I'm starting to learn. When I did that multiplayer thing I was talking about earlier, I was starting to learn how to do this a bit better. A little bit. I mean, I don't really need to because I only have right now the 1 fleet, but I'm starting to understand how to make these fleets a little better. I still don't particularly love it, but I'm starting to understand it. North Sea oil, I'd rather military factories right now. I want to get plane production going. And we also have enough to do this. Let's change you to infantry. I'm just gonna give it 20 width. I can't spell. Don't get new keyboards. I recently got a new keyboard, and the thing is, I thus far I haven't really been doing a lot of writing on it. Mostly just gaming, so like when I actually need to write, I'm like, well, where is the key? It's in a different place. We're gonna get, well, let's go Blitzkrieg, I think. Oh wow, that just ate a lot of manpower. Yeah, I haven't done enough typing on it yet to actually figure out where all the keys are, so apologies when I type the wrong letter 15 times. So we're actually getting a little behind. We'll probably go maybe 1 there. And then what we'll definitely need is carriers. Right now are actually going to be our priority. I'm going to want multi-rolls on the carriers. I'm going to want them, and yeah. So that's kind of my thought process right there. Go with that. And see where that gets us, because we're gonna need those carrier fighters 100%. But I want ground-based fighters as well. I'm questioning how I'm gonna get into South Africa, because they have 3 ports, and I think they can defend all of those. So, I don't know. It's going to be a challenge for sure. Can we get some of that infantry stuff yet? Should be able to. It's 2002. Yes, we can. Alright, let's get that last guy. I think I said I was going to get the the Constitutionalist, yes. Which should keep the monarchy doing well, hopefully. Preventing it from drifting. I don't know, maybe that's not what that advisor does. You guys can let me in the comments. I've never really used those guys, so I don't know how effective they are or whether they actually do anything. So, let me know, and I will be reading the comments. So, and I should also probably have these, even though we're equipment shortages, I'm gonna actually have these guys train a little bit, get them above green, just in case we do somehow get, ooh, French Republic leaves the European Union. That's important. Just in case we do get into a war, let's get all of our guys trained up. I should probably separate the green divisions from the rest of the divisions to waste less equipment, but So France went socialist and was kicked out of the EU. Are they going to leave NATO next? Please leave NATO. I don't know if the US will boot them out. But if the EU booted them out, theoretically so would. But they still have elections. That's actually why I'm confused. Why would they get... oh, did it say they left, or did it say they were booted out? Because if they still have elections, they shouldn't have been booted out. Alright, get me these factories here. Have they trained enough? Almost. Last few. And this is also actually getting us army experience that we need anyway, so... works out. I think it was this, infantry here, and then infantry, artillery, or something like that. It might be actually a little bit further down on the infantry. Let me actually check my template here. The game is, I think, still running while I'm doing this. I don't remember if I paused it. That's okay. I'm sure nothing that bad will happen if it is unpaused. Alright, so where's my 20 width that I use? Oh no, it is that. Alright. Cool. Oh, okay, and we're back. So we're almost there. And I think it's time to move up to limited conscription. Because we're running out of manpower now. We've increased now, we're over 200,000 strong in terms of manpower, so, or in terms of actually like deployed troops in our army. So these guys, they're done now, right? Yeah, they're all done. Could keep training them and get them to the next level, but maybe we'll do that when we're not short on equipment. Oh, and we're doing good on those focuses. We got more infantry equipment coming out now, which is very good for us. We are very short on it at the moment. And we are now lacking a variety of resources for our planes. Once we get the factory on this strap bomber, I will look in a bit more closely into what resources we need and do it then rather than now, because I don't want to guess how much I'll need or then need to come back and do it later. I might as well just wait for this to come out. Because I also don't know, I might reallocate, because I'm going to have 3 of these, so I don't know I'm going to reallocate all of those, or allocate most of those to the fighters or not. Alright. North Sea oil. I kind of want that oil now, but I also want the political reform, so I can get more political power and do more things. So I'm thinking let's pull you to put the carrier variant one there and put... oh, is that it? Oh, that's all we got. Alright, that's fine then. Okay, so I would say it is worth it to get... yeah, we'll get 2 of you. We'll get 1 of you and not going to worry about the chromium. We're going to need to step up tank production at some point as well. And we are working on the nuclear reactors. Greek Republic leaves the EU. What are you doing? And they have gone communist. So what is Germany doing? Still don't know what Germany's doing. How's that? NATO faction. Oh! Wait. Okay. What did so Germany made a faction with Belgium, Poland, and Italy. And apparently Greece. Wait, are they? No, they're not in it. Okay. What was that focus? I missed that. When did they leave NATO? I guess I don't get those announcements anymore because I'm not actually in NATO. That must have been one of their foreign policy focuses. Okay, I'm not going to complain about that. That's really good for us. That makes NATO a lot weaker. Yeah. Because the thing is, I can't take out all of NATO, but now it's like, okay, I could feasibly take out Belgium, Poland, Germany, and Italy. It would be tough, but if I can use my naval, if I can get naval supremacy and hold them from getting through Gibraltar, they're not going to be able to get reinforced, or I should say in Greece as well, they're not going to be able to reinforce Belgium, Germany, and Poland. So I really only need to take out either Italy and Greece, or Belgium, Germany, and Poland at a time. And I can hold the rest off. So that's actually decently doable. You know, I'd rather do things that are going to increase my stability. So what's going to increase my stability? This is going to increase my stability. Let's do that. Legionary roadways. That's just infrastructure. We're not going to do that. Finance. That'll give me stability. That will not give me stability. That'll actually cost me stability. That won't... No, none of those will. Alright, we'll just do all of these little pop-ups that'll let me further increase my stability now. Get all the bonuses we can. Make up for that production stuff that we lost. That factory output, what, 10-15% when we get kicked out of the EU. Okay. Take that. I guess what, do I have to title this this video Brexit now? Because we technically left the EU? I don't know. Like, which do I title it? Do I title it off of us becoming monarchy or us leaving the EU? Which, I guess monarchy is more significant. But the Brexit idea is, I guess, a bit more relevant given everything that's going on right now. Wow, we have a lot more manpower than I thought we'd be getting out of this. And I think we're actually ready now to finish that template. Get that. Get that. There we go. Oh, it does work out to 20 width. And this is why we were saving, excuse me, all that artillery. And there we go. We used most of it. Let's cut down one of those factories. Put it on the modern equipment. Let's see. Let's grab North Sea oil next. I'm gonna keep putting that off if I don't just do it, so. Otherwise I'll just be like, yeah, we don't need the oil now, we don't need the oil now, and then I'll need it, and I'll be like, oh. So just do it now before I forget. Take another look, because apparently I don't get notified when NATO falls apart. I mean, NATO's still strong, don't get me wrong, between the US, France, Spain, Turkey, Portugal, Czech Republic, Denmark, Canada, Greenland. Oh, Iceland's in the Berlin Alliance too. And so is Norway, actually. So no, it's actually stronger than I thought, but I'd say NATO is still stronger just because of the US. But, oh my god, just everywhere. Everybody's changing governments. But yeah, it's definitely more manageable now. Right? Because, you know, theoretically I could, you know, probably have a chance of holding my own. Because it would be a while before the US could probably... I mean, they could get their troops over here and stuff, but it would be harder for them to actually get over here with limited allies to actually like launch airplanes from, because there won't be as many air bases and all that. But either way, I'm hoping NATO falls apart a bit more before I have to risk a war with them. So next I think was the Finance Public News Office. Yes, there we go. Do that, continue bringing our stability up to 56% and increasing by 0.10 a week. Very good. We are over 30 minutes now though, so I'm going to be calling the episode here. If you all did enjoy, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.